Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Backpack Trader Training Room for Thursday, November 2nd, 2023. Please note the required risk disclosure. This room is for educational and information purposes only. It is not to be considered individual financial advice. Trading of this type carries substantial risks and should only be attempted with funds that you can afford to do without. All right. Quick success going on this morning. Crude oil, 9 a.m. start, 8-tick range bar, 8-cent momentum bar on Spotlight Master Suite. We get our first trade. This trade was a little bit too early. The long trade would have been a possibility and if you got into that, you end up stopping and reversing at 54. I'd have to look at, see what that looks like. Let's duplicate it. Put that there. Oops. That's where that belongs. All right, now we make it a 4-second chart. There it is. There is the entry. Yep, definitely in that one. So we did pick up the long trade. So we go 77 to 54. 23 tick loss, and actually no, we stay at 57. So straight 20 tick risk as we stop out at the full stop. Down 40 ticks, we pick up the short at 57. We get 19 to target 1 and 29 to target 2 for 48, and we're plus 8 on the session. 1 and 2 and done. Another minute plus to session start. Unleaded, you have a trade right at 9 o'clock. Plenty of time to get into that one, or should be enough time to get into that one. And 10 seconds on the bar. That hits target 1 and a partial. Yeah, no chance to get in sync with the long. So you get a partial. Target 1 traders are done. Target 2 get a strong partial there. And then go down here, pick up target 1, target 2. 31 or no 50 ticks. And then 13 ticks on the trailer, 63 ticks on top of 83 to trail out at 36, 47. Now that's 94. 94 and 63, 107 or 157. All right, market's open. And no chance to get into the short on the YM. Looks like we are in a short on soybeans with a potential stop and reverse. Stop and reverse would be at 25.25. All right, 25.75, excuse me. So that's going to push money management up to 27.25 and target up to target 2. But for the moment, we're still in the short. And if we get, trend indicator is flickering back and forth, but the stop and reverse is already canceled, actually. 2 closes below the balance line here. Actually, there and there stopped the trade. So we are in the short. YM getting into a long. Lots of time to get into that one. So unleaded is complete. And there is micro NQ, which we have not hit our start time. 4 minutes after the hour, so we're just about there. Yep, should have gotten this micro Russell trade as well. Break even, stop out. Getting there and coming back and stopping out, so that's a break even. YM hitting target 1, that's a one. It will be a one and done there. Soybeans stopping and reversing to at 25 3/4. So let's see. Trail start will be 27 1/4. So that's right here. One tick above where we are now. Target 2 will be 27 1/2. We just hit money management. Stop. Yeah, 25 is a major key level, so stop comes to 24 3/4. And well, actually, no, that's right. Stop will come to 26 flat because of the stop and reverse adjustment. All right. Short trade off the table on the micro NQ, going too far. Looking for a new trade there. The one we didn't look at was the pound Aussie this morning. Picking up a trade at 8 minutes after our start time, 8:38.41 this morning. That picked up targets 1, target 2, and trailed down to 89.36. One and done session there. YM through target 2, Stop at 608. So trailing there as well. YM stop still at 08. Light crowd this morning. Do say hello in the chat. At 614 for the YM stop. Potential long trade on the micro NQ. $9.32 flat. Micro NQ just coming off a session highs around 9 o'clock this morning. And soybeans picks up target 2 at 22 positions, coming off at 27.50, 27.5. Didn't make it to missed target 3 by 1 tick. And comes back and stops out at 13.26 flat for 2 more ticks. So we pick up 14 ticks off the 2 positions. It's going to be a 7 tick target 2 for 16 ticks, 4 points, $200 trade there. And what did we lose? We went from 23.5 to 25.75. So 9 ticks, down 36. So we actually are still down 20. 628 on YM. Still flat with a pending long trade on the micro NQ. And triggering into the long trade on the micro NQ. Obviously we had plenty of time to get into that. So long there. So soybeans and our 2 catapult micro Russell and micro NQ charts, all that are still active. Everything else is POQ. And all of them positive. So we have 4 charts that are already POQ. 3 of them were POQ by 9:15 this morning. And the YM actually is not done yet, but it's still in trade at 634. But this will be the POQ trade once it completes. This is a large trade on the micro NQ. Wick on the entry bar. Target 1, 30.75. So I will move my targets down a level. 30.75 points to target 1. So I will take profit at target 1 on this one. short trade setup for soybeans at 23.5. And the YM stopping out at 634. So the YM is done. Soybeans triggered short. Soybeans short, micro NQ long. Micro NQ getting within a tick of its session high set right around 9 o'clock. I'm running Eastern time on the charts since I don't have a choice with NinjaTrader. It's one time for all my charts. But the exchange is traded out of Chicago, so that would be actually on Central time for exchange time. So we're currently at 8:42 exchange time. And that is also true of soybeans. Soybeans traded out of Chicago as well. Energies are primarily energies and forex are the only things that are typically traded out of the Eastern time zone at this point. So we're done with all of those at the moment. So I am setting new session highs, now pulling back into a short that we're not participating in because we have reached our goals already. See if it bounces off the 50. Although the rise was flattening off a little bit before it reversed there, so this may come back down and give us a nice short trade. And the micro NQ reversing. YM getting target 1 on the short. So V reversal there. And target 2 on the YM. Russell hasn't given us any trades yet this morning. Crude with a long that went just to money management and now coming back to a short. There again, we're already POQ. Not having to expose ourselves to the market at the moment. Target 3 on the YM. Not big reversal. Target 4. That and the micro Russell don't bode well for our micro NQ trade. and a stop and reverse short. I take that at 22, and we did just trigger in. At 922 flat. Reduced our stop, or reduced our loss considerably there, but that does go down as a loss. YM stopping out on its trailer. Almost down to money management on the micro NQ, and there's money management. So stop comes to 21 3/4. Plots higher because of taking the adjustment on the stop and reverse. Alright, soybeans stopping and reversing back to long again, 27.5. In fact, it just got there. Even with the stop and reverse adjust, this is 9 ticks to target, so this is a good sizable trade. But we go 23.50 to 27.50. That's a 4-point stop and reverse. $16.64 ticks. So we're down 84. Soybean's going to have to work, and the Russell picks up a short trade. Oh, I was watching other things. There is money management on soybeans, and that did not hit money management before it had gone upward, so that is trailing at 1700.7. Soybeans pushing the new session highs again. And break-even stop out on the micro Russell, as well as a break-even stop out on the micro NQ. So we have one break-even on the Russell, a break-even and a loss on the micro NQ. And soybeans back to the entry. Long trade on the micro Russell. Plenty of time to get in that. Lots of back and forth through the entry. IM looks to be heading upward again. All right. There's money management on the YM. Stop to 02.8. On the micro Russell, 02.8 for the stop. Looking for target 3 achieved at 0.55. So there's a win on the Russell. 0.29 for the stop now. And target 4, stop at 0.39 it looks like. Yep, 0.39 for the stop. Picking up targets 3 and 4. Soybeans still working to try and push that session high up a little bit. Session high at 28 3/4, within a couple of ticks of it. 0.44 for the micro Russell stop. And YM with a third successful trade, at least a break even here. There's target 1, so it would have been a third successful trade. All we need is to step aside is 1, or to get one that gets us positive, so, which we had this morning on that long trade that's just going off the left side. Coming up to $10 a.m. on the, so we're coming up to the crude 10 a.m. session, mini session. Obviously that long trade is not going to be a get in sync candidate. It's already trailing. Micro Russell still on that same bar. Nothing new on the micro NQ, although an up close here could get us an up close here could very well get us a long trade on the micro NQ. All right, under 2 minutes to go. I'll just mark that up so we know where we are. That's a minute and a half to go. Micro Russell taking a pause, as is the micro NQ. Soybeans is long, got up to the 28 3/4 again. We need 29 3/4 for target and to come to break even. Well, looks like YM stopping out at 597. Everybody's being quiet this morning. Nobody's even saying hello. Into our session. Okay, the long stopped out on crude into the session, as I said, and we did get the long trade on the pound Aussie, yeah, on the micro NQ. Another large trade. That looks like it came right to the entry. Yeah, 34 and a half tick target one on this one. This is not one we want to lose, but it looks like we might. Micro NQ stopping out, transitioning to a short 03, short from 033. Plenty of time to get in that short on crude. $81.48. Soybean still stuck right around the entry on the long trade. Sitting right at the entry now, 27 and a half. And Micro Russell hit the stop on the nose at 501. Break even win and a loss on 3 trades now. Micro NQ in its 3rd trade, and this one is taking a lot of heat. Stop and reverse to long on crude. All right, targets 1 and 2 on crude. Sorry about that, I was concentrating on my trade. So that looks to me like we're going to be positive. Stop and reverse would be at 63. Actually, yeah, so targets 2 and 3 would be our... So 12 and 18 is 30 ticks. We get 48 to 63 is 15. We're dead break even, so we will take trade number 3 for the 10 a.m. session. And we did pick up a second loss on the micro NQ and then into the short that looks like it made, and it just hit money management. So we have a break-even stop there. That's not what we want that. Two losses and a break-even on the micro NQ. This third trade looks like it may be the charm. Or fourth trade, actually. All right, crude going to a short. Given the upward nature of the move today, this is a hard one to take, but you take what the trade plan presents, because that's where you have tested results. We weren't far close enough to the 20 to use that as a filter or make an adjustment around it. Looks like we've gotten pushed into a trade around the 20 anyway. Soybean still in the long. Target 2 on the micro NQ, 73 flat, 873 flat. We got to 874, 1 point away. Just need 4 more ticks. All right, still in the short. On crude, getting down close to 63 for money management. Get to 65, so 2 ticks away. And back up to the entry. And target 2 on the micro NQs. There's our first win of the morning there. All right, soybeans taking another run at, and then setting a new session high, 29 1/4, and there it finally gets to target 1. We're down 84. We're picking up 9 ticks on that target. Crude still short. Third trade of the session from dead break even. So this is essentially a one and done to determine whether it's a winning or losing session. All right, still at break even. Still at the break even stop on the micro NQ. Haven't gone far enough to start trailing yet. Have to go to 200% of target 1, I believe it is. All right, stop and reverse. This plotted entry is 899 flat. The 50 EMA is sitting just below or just above 14,900, and our break-even stop is at 901 3/4. So I'm inclined to say make the stop and reverse at the break-even stop on that. And crude getting target 1 and target 2. 13 and 21. Being a 34 tick win for the 10 a.m. session. So that leaves us, soybeans is still viable. Our stop is at 27 3/4. Just a tick away from where we are right now. We're at 28 flat right now. Using the break-even stop for a stop and reverse adjustment, we are still short on the micro NQ. That was a 2-point, actually almost a 3-point adjustment, 2 3/4 points, but you had the break-even stop and the 50 EMA in there. Plus at least a 1-point adjustment for the stop and reverse. And the 1-point adjustment would have put you at 14,900 even. So that obviously we're going to adjust above that somewhere. And there we go, into the long. So break even on the short. No, actually target 2 and break even. So that is still a winner. And now long. Micro NQ and Micro Russell active, along with, and soybean stops out for 3 more ticks. So that is 12 ticks on the trade. That brings us down to 70, down 72. And I think we'll see what this micro NQ trade does, and then we may call it a morning. One more reminder. Set your clocks back an hour Saturday night. Sunday morning starts standard time in the U.S. For those not already on it, such as those in everybody in Arizona, and a few other places in the country that don't observe daylight savings. But for the rest of us that are on daylight savings time, we will be reverting back to standard Sunday morning at 2 a.m. Time will fall back to 1 a.m. Yeah, price movement getting really slow this morning. This will be bar number 2. If we get one more up bar, we'll have another long trade on soybeans. One, two, three, four, just 4 trades, so we got 2 more. Yeah, everything's really slowing down. Everything's slowing down. Crude's still pushing down a little bit. Money management on the micro NQ. So actually with our I'd bring the stop to 902 flat. And target 2, that's going to be a winner. And also starting to trail 914 3/4. So we get a win on trade number 4 and a win on trade number 5. And the Micro Russell still hasn't been very helpful. But it's not 10. Yeah, it's 10:30. Looks like soybeans is going sideways. Micro Russell in amongst the moving averages. And the Micro NQ hesitating on its up move a bit. Not really any particular solid direction at the moment. And a new short on soybeans. If you're not already in that, push it down a tick to 25.7 3/4. Minimum trade. And we did stop out of the Micro NQ trade. And we're definitely triggered into the soybean short. But I am going to have to call it a morning. So we will see everybody next Tuesday. As far as I know at the moment, regular schedule next week, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday, 9:30 a.m. Wednesday crude oil inventory session, 10:30 a.m. That will be Eastern Standard Times next week. So it will be in essentially an hour later. Well, let's see. Yeah, essentially an hour later. That soybeans trying to move. Oh, that's what's wrong. Key levels are on. This shouldn't be. There we go. That's more like it. So that would be 2650. And we've already gone through. We just went through target 1 and target 2. I knew something didn't look right about that chart. And we had target 2. No, so we got a target 2 win, and then the trailing stop on trade number 5 on the micro NQ, long on the micro Russell. So let's see what we had this morning actually. Okay, so we have a long trade. This short is two seconds up to here. Triggers the long, so the short is off the table. So actually, our long goes to there, then comes back and, ooh, that's not nice. Stop and reverse to short, stop and reverse to long. No, I'm sorry, we got a target 1. Okay, so we were 1 and done on this one. 24 3/4 to 27. Pick up target 1 and 3 more ticks for a 1 and done session. So soybeans is done. And we're just, MNQ has 1 more trade. Russell, I believe, has 1 more after this one, but that will do it for today. Good luck on your trading tomorrow and Monday, and we will see you Tuesday morning at 9:30. Everyone have a wonderful weekend, and we'll see you on Monday.